32. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. 35 on the pickup. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Gosh, this is Xavier Leggett. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. The Panthers finish off their opening drive. Lining up now to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Here's Carter on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers break the tie here in the first. That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this won't amount to much, tackled after a small run to the 32. It's a gain of 3 for him, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the gun on 3rd down. That's complete till he gets. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Working quickly here. Here's the snap on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That'll be a 20-yard hit on 4th down, Brock, and it keeps this drive moving. All on the 45, 1st and 10. They'll throw it. Fits it through the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers keep their drive alive and reach Pater 1 play later. Now they'll try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers tie things up at 14. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Evans now to return. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 30. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Play action on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
It's taken in by Williams. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Trying again, following the sack. Got a man, Palmer has it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Well, these top tier... Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Panthers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. First and 10 from the 41. It is caught left side. Now he's past the 25. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Leading 10 yards now as they line up. It's 2nd and goal. Another chance for him. And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers parlay the interception into points. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Here's Carter on the return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Completed to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Offense up to the line fast. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Throwing it again here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He's throwing deep to the left side. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down. Woo, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. And things look tougher now with third and long.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Here he is on third and long. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a fourth down.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. This is reeled in by Leggett. Free inside the 30. Xavier Leggett. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers keep their drive alive and reach pay dirt one play later. Xavier Leggett with the touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Evans now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. He puts everything behind this one. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 3rd and long for him here. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. Still sticking with the passing game. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just a yard or 2 short of that 25. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They are throwing it again. Into the hands of Culp. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. Working inside the red zone. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense in the hurry up here. Third down from the gun. Has it at the 7. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Working quickly here. Pass play now. Quick slant complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best. And you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing.
They'll try and punch it in. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers make it a one-score game in the first half. That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
The give now out of the shotgun. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Moore going in motion left. They'll run now on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. And it's the Panthers, who need to figure out this 3rd and 11. They'll try and throw it here. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Culp with a catch. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And looks like the Panthers are in the dime. Yep, ton of DBs out there. Third down. Back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. One of the rare instances there, Brock, where the quick slant doesn't win against zone coverage. You just couldn't hang on to the football.
No, we know this, Kate. In man coverage, it's about that separation, right?
Yeah.
You've got to win and create leverage. Versus zone, it's all about that anticipation and accuracy. And if you're not on point, that zone defender can break it up.
You're going for this. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a fourth down stand.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Caught by the open man. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. They send the tight end in motion. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. He'll take 5 on the carry. That gets him back to even. 2nd and 10 now.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
To the air, 3rd and long. This is Legant working the left side. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, short of the 15. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They send him left out of the slot. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. He's going to throw this one. Catch is made in close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He has the Carolina touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
And the Panthers leaving their guys out there. Look at this. They're trying for 2.
The Panthers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
One final shot before halftime. And they can't connect. So nearly 8 points to end the first half. But they'll only take an extra 6 into that locker room. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half. So better make that return good as it's away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Plowing up the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, I call that a table setter. If you're getting that kind of efficient production out of your fullback, well, that just sets the table up for everyone else on this offense to eat.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Dropping back to throw. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. That goes for 36 yards. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He picks up 28 on the play. And that gives them 1st and goal. Here's a give up the middle. Has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Tight end going in motion here. He's throwing for it! And he barrels his way in to get the 2 points. No dice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the two-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot. And who knows, maybe we'll have a two-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw now. He lets one fly deep downfield. He's got it inside the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Throwing from the gun. And they will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers start. Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers start the second half with some needed points. That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers get it back to a 14-point game. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Completed to his running back. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Throwing now on 1st down. Short pass brought in. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 from the 41. That's into the hands of Moore. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Caught by his fullback behind the line. Touchdown, Carolina! No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his right. And he's into the end zone. That play adds a couple more to their lead. That's the 3rd time they've gone for 2, and now their 2nd conversion, so they've done pretty well in that spot today, partner.
Oh, come on, Kate. You know better than that. Even though they're 2 for 3, you know what every old salty coach is going to say.
You should have gotten all 3 of them.
Bingo! Any team that's willing to go for it expects to find success every single time.
How's my Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. This complete to Culp. And he's gonna get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. Brought in right side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 41. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Brandon Stevens has it. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him, partner. He does have the 3 touchdowns in this game, but also now a couple of interceptions.
You almost feel like, Kate, he's seeing most of the picture on how to attack this defense, but just not quite all of it yet. It's largely been good, as he said. Some nice touchdowns as well. But there's still a couple of these looks in coverage that are giving him problems, and he's got to figure that picture out.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Here's a quick pass to the right side. Cut. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Charvarius Ward brings him down.
Well, the defense was ready for that throw, stopping him right in his tracks, right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. They'll run it from the gun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Carolina in punt formation. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Pass play coming here. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right side. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
Here's a give on 1st and goal. And he takes this down close, up to the 3. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing on 2nd and 3. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers shaved some off the deficit late in the quarter. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch and the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
This, our last play of the quarter. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3.
That's the end of the third quarter.
Second and 3 now. A give now from the gun. And he'll get it up to the 44. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Man in motion here. On first down, they'll run. And not a lot of space to work. He's brought down at the 45. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Buccaneers have some new life in the 4th. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Right up the gut. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. At the 20. And in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Extra point attempt coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. Oh, this big guy is moving. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Here's Carter on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He puts some power on a deep one left. They connect on the deep shot. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Finds him on the slant. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
And the Buccaneer 1st down.
He'll throw it. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers now within 1 score in the 4th. That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They motion a receiver left. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. But let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on 1st.
There's absolutely nothing he could do in that situation, Kate. Defense broke through so quickly they had him dead to rights soon after he got the ball in his hands.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Looking to the air here. Hits his running back. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. And they send a man in motion. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
handoff now out of the gun. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Panthers leading by 7. Second and 6 coming up here. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on 3rd down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got a home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Evans now to return. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup, you got to get in that huddle. You know, quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Not on the same page with his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Here he is to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Trying to push it deep downfield. He's got it inside the 10. And he hits the end zone. Touchdown. I hope nobody left early, Brock, because we have still got a game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
As we approach the final half-minute of play, their comeback hopes resting on recovering this kick. And the Panthers recover the onside kick. That should lock up this win.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
So the offense is lined up. Panthers making another attempt at 2.
Panthers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Looking for an open, and he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Here's Carter on the return.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They're throwing it. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now at 4 seconds left, we've got a timeout. Not that the final play is going to change the outcome, but we will get 1 more snap. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. 1 final shot here. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So the Panthers pick up the win here. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Charlotte.